Ayan. So, si Chibo na lang ulit ang natira. Disconnect siguro si Daphne.
Kailangan
Ilang ba? Start na natin. Ayun. So, good afternoon to everyone in this meeting. Ayan. So, for today's discussion, today's tutorial, our topic will be merchandising operations. So, kasama to sa exam nyo, no? Sa Monday. Ayan. So, magre-review tayo. Review na lang to kasi alam ko na ano nyo na to eh. Napag-aralan nyo na sa class. So, ano lang, supplemental discussion. Ayun. Ito ba yung screen? Malinaw ba? Ayun. Okay. So, di ba sa pag-service, magre-render ka ng service tapos ilaless mo yung expenses mo, then magkakaroon ka lang ng profit. Pero kapag merchandising kasi, merchandising business, dito yung pumapasok yung mga goods na binibili mo for resale, and tinatawag mo yung inventory mo. And then, may pagkakaiba yung income statement pagdating sa service business sa merchandising business. Ayan, nag-disconnect ata si Daphne. Ayan, kapag service, meron lang tayong two components, yung ating revenue and yung expenses. Ilaless natin yung expenses and then makukuha na natin yung profit natin from dun sa ating revenue na dun sa service na ni-render natin. Whereas kapag merchandising naman, meron tayo ditong computation ng net sales, yung gross sales natin, yung napagbentahan ng inventory at kung magkano yung napagbentahan mo, less yung ating sales discounts and allowances, and makukuha mo yung net sales. And then, ililess mo yung cost nung napagbentahan mo, yung cost nung inventory. Ayan, tinatawag natin yung cost of sales. And then, itong cost of sales, may computation din yan. Beginning inventory, i-add mo yung net cost of purchases, equals ka ng goods available for sale, less mo yung ending inventory to arrive at the cost of sales. And then, net sales less the cost of sales, makukuha natin yung gross profit natin. And then, i-add natin yung other income and then yung expenses natin, mga selling and administrative expenses, makukuha natin yung net profit ni company. Ayan, kapag nagbigay pa kami ng problem, makukuha nyo na ba yan? Kunwari, compute for the cost of sales, gano'n. Or compute for the net profit of the company. Ayan, ito yung formula. And then, sa operating cycle naman of a merchandising business, meron tayo ditong dalawang klase ng sales. Meron tayong cash sales tsaka yung sales on account. Kapag cash sales, from cash, and then bibili ka ng inventory mo, and then yung inventory mo is ibebenta mo for cash. And then yung entry to record the cash sales is debit ka ng cash and then credit ka ng sales account. Ayan, kapag sales on account naman, ito yung pinautang mo. Kaya kapag nagkaroon yung company ng entity ng cash, bibili siya ng inventory. Then yung inventory na yon, ibebenta niya, pero pautang. Ipapautang niya sa mga customer. And then, kapag nakolekta naman na yung kay customer, yung pinambayad, magiging cash na yon. And then, to record the sales on account, mag-debit ka ng accounts receivable, and then credit ka ng sales. Kapag to record the collection naman of the accounts receivable o yung pinautang mo, magde-debit ka ng cash, and then mag-credit ka ng accounts receivable na account. Ayun, nag-gets nyo ba? React naman kayo dyan. Kung andyan pa kayo. Ayun. Thank you. Ayan, kapag magpo-purchase ka, purchase transaction, may iba't ibang mga source documents na kailangan para ma-complete yung transaction. Ayan. One, when certain items are needed, yung user department fills a purchase requisition. Ayan, yung purchase requisition form and send it to the purchasing department. And si purchasing department naman, magpe-prepare siya ng purchase order na i-address niya sa selected vendor. And then, after receiving naman yung purchase order, yung seller, forwards an invoice to the purchaser upon shipment of the merchandise. Ayan yung invoice. And then, before naman receiving the shipment of merchandise, the purchaser's receiving department sees to it that the terms in the purchase order are complied with and prepares yung receiving report. Ayan. And then, lastly, before approving the invoice for payment, the accounts payable department compares copies of the purchase requisition, purchase order, receiving report, and invoice to ensure that quantities, descriptions, and price agree. Ayan, ba't natin kailangan tong mga to? Kasi at the end of the year, kapag nag-audit na, is kailangan yung itong mga source documents na to for compliance and then to ensure na nangyari talaga yung transaction na yun. Diba? Yeah, note when the goods are received or when title has passed, the entity should record purchases in a liability or a cash disbursement. So, kapag na-receive na yung goods or the title has passed, the entity or yung nag-purchase, magre-record na siya ng debit to purchases and credit to accounts payable or cash. Depende sa yung terms of transaction. Ayan. So, punta na tayo dito sa terms of transaction. Meron tayong tinatawag na credit period. So, the credit period is the length varies across industries and may even vary within an entity depending on the product. So, the credit period varies is usually described as the net credit period or net terms. So, pwede ang credit period is 30 days, ganon. Pwede ding 15 days or 10 days, depende na yan sa company. And then, it is usually noted as ganito. And, tapos may 30 /30. And then, if the invoice is due 10 days after the end of the month, ganito naman yung noted niya as N net /10 days. Ayan. Meron din tayong tinatawag na cash discount. Kapag sa buyer's point of view, meron tayong purchase discounts and kapag sa seller naman, meron tayong sales discounts. And then, next, itong trade discount. Itong trade discount, wala tong accounting. Or, ano ba tawag doon? Hindi mo siya ina-account, parang gano'n. Hindi mo siya nire-record or gino-journalize. Kasi ito, nililess na to sa list price. And then yung invoice price, yun yung magsisilbing, ito yung i-recognize mo sa journal entry mo, yung invoice price. So kapag nagbigay si problem ng meron dong list price and meron kunwaring trade discount na 20%, pwede mo na siyang i-less or i-net mo na agad yung list price. And then yung makukompute mo doon is yung invoice price. Ayan. Ito, yung transportation cost. Dito kasi madalas na, ano ba tawag doon? Kung madalas na, yung sa problem, kung sino yung may-ari ng inventory or mag-credit ka na ba ng accounts payable or sa'yo na ba yung pinili mo, gano'n. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na free terms and then who shoulders the transportation cost and sino ba dapat yung magbayad sa shipper. Ayan. Remember lang na meron tayong FOB destination and FOB shipping point. Huwag kayong malito dito. Nalilito ba kayo dito sa destination and shipping point?
Paano po i-journal entry?
Paano yung journal entry? Ganito muna. Isipin mo, kunwari, destination. Wait lang. FOD. Destination. Kapag FOB destination, si buyer yung si seller. And then kapag FOB shipping point is si buyer. Ito, tinuro rin sa amin to ng first year na hindi ko talaga makakalimutan. Kapag destination, ang magsho-shoulder nun si seller. And then kapag shipping point si buyer, notice mo to na kapag S, hindi na dapat S yung nandito. Dapat iba na. Hindi siya pwedeng maulit. Kaya kapag S, si buyer na agad yon. Kapag destination, si seller na agad. So yun, tinuro lang sa amin yun ng prof namin ng first year, si Ma'am Ina. Hindi na siya naabutan, wala na siya sa UN. Pero kung kilala niyo siya, Ma'am Ina Marie de los Santos, de los Reyes ba? Si Ma'am Ina. Siya yung nagturo sa amin ng first year na kapag shipping point or S yung una, hindi na dapat mauulit yung S dito. Kaya yun yung naging parang palatandaan ko na hindi ko na siya nakalimutan hanggang ngayon. Meron din tayong tinatawag na fleet prepaid and fleet collect. Kapag fleet prepaid, ang kailangan, ang magbabayad dyan si seller. Kapag fleet collect naman, si buyer. So sabi ni Jedeline, paano daw i-entry? Kapag destination si seller, magde-debit ka ng transportation out and then credit to cash. Kapag shipping point naman si buyer yan, so transportation in, debit ka ng transportation in or freight in, credit to cash. Same lang yon. Gets ba? Kapag destination, understood na si seller na yung ang mag-shoulder niyan, si buyer, wala ka ng entry doon, no entry. Kapag shipping point naman, si buyer yung dapat mag-shoulder, siya yung magre-recognize nun, no entry na pagdating kay seller. Pero depende nga kung freight prepaid or freight collect. Ayan, kung destination, freight prepaid, sinong nag-shoulder, si seller, sinong nagbayad, si seller din. Kapag shipping point, freight collect, wala tayong problema dyan, si buyer ang nag-shoulder, and then ang nagbayad, si buyer din. Dito tayo sa FOB destination and freight collect. Destination daw, si seller ang kailangan mag-shoulder nun. Pero binayaran ni buyer yun. O di, mababawasan na yung utang ni buyer kay seller kasi binayaran niya na yung freight or yung transportation cost na dapat ang mag-shoulder nun si seller. Kapag dito naman, shipping point, freight prepaid, ang dapat mag-shoulder si buyer pero binayaran ni seller, hindi madadagdagan tuloy yung utang ni buyer kapag dito sa FOB shipping point, freight prepaid. Kaya tingnan nyo mabuti kung ano yung terms ng transportation cost pagdating sa problems. Ayan, ano pa ba? Destination, shipping point. Ang transportation out, hindi siya sinasama sa computation ng cost of sales. Isa siyang expense or selling expense. Freight out or transportation out. Yung freight in naman or transportation in is kasama siya sa cost nung pinurchase mo. Kasama siya sa computation ng cost of goods sold. Ayun.
Hindi yung freight out po yung kasama po dun sa operating expenses.
Oo.
Na yung sa selling po na part.
Oo, selling. Hindi siya binabawas sa sales ha. Hindi siya binabawas sa sales. Nandun siya sa selling expenses. Sa dito Dito. Andyan. Selling expenses. Ayan. So, meron tayo ditong mga pro forma entry kapag periodic and perpetual inventory system. Ayan. Kapag periodic, dun ka nag-recognize ng mga purchases, purchase discount and allowances, or sales returns allowances, ganun. Ay, hindi pala yung sales kasi, ano yan. yung mga purchase discounts, ganon. Kapag perpetual inventory system naman, ito yung ina-update mo palagi yung inventory mo. Kapag kunwari, yan, nagkaroon ka ng sold merchandise on account. Kapag periodic inventory, magde-debit ka ng accounts receivable, credit to sales. Kapag perpetual naman, may additional entry ka. Itong cost of sales, magde-debit ka ng cost of sales at cost kung magkano yung inventory na binenta mo. And then, credit ka ng merchandise inventory. Ayan. Kapag ni-return naman yung merchandise na binenta mo, meron kang debit to sales, interest, and allowances, then credit ka ng accounts receivable. And then, dito rin may additional entry ka sa perpetual inventory. Mag-debit ka ng inventory, babalik mo sa inventory mo, and babawasan mo ngayon yung cost of sales mo. Ito, receive payment from customer for merchandise sold, and then tinake niya yung cash discount. Same lang entry niyan. Kasi itong sales discount is ililess natin to dun sa ating gross sales para ma-compute natin yung ating net sales. Ayan. Kapag purchase merchandise on account, dito na tayo magkaiba ng entry. Kapag periodic, doon ka magre-recognize ng debit to purchases, credit to accounts payable. Kapag perpetual inventory system naman, kasi ina-update tuwing may transaction is ina-update natin si inventory, kaya magde-debit ka ng inventory account and then credit ka ng accounts payable. Kapag debit to inventory, ay nadadagdagan yung inventory mo kasi normal balance ng inventory is debit kasi isa siyang asset account. Ayan, kapag paid freight on merchandise purchase, terms per FOB shipping point freight collect. Ayan, di ba? FOB shipping point freight collect, tingnan natin doon sa taas. Ayan, shipping point freight collect, sinong mag-shoulder? Si buyer, and then sinong magbabayad? Si buyer rin. Kaya, pagdating dito, nag-debit siya ng transportation in and credit to cash, and then pagdating sa perpetual inventory, nag-debit siya ng inventory and credit to cash. Ayan. And then, itong return merchandise previously purchased, magkaiba rin yung entry mo kasi dito is ina-update natin yung inventory account. Babawasan natin kasi nagbalik tayo ng binili natin. And then, paid for merchandise purchase, cash discount taken. Yung purchase discount or yung mga purchases account is papalitan lang natin ng inventory account. Kasi nga, ina-update natin sa inventory kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng mga transactions regarding purchases. Ayan. To transfer the beginning inventory balance to income summary account, debit ka ng income summary and credit to inventory beginning. Bakit wala ka ng entry dito? Kasi di ba dito pa lang masusolve mo na add less. Ayan. Tapos nag-add ka ulit na na-update yung inventory mo tuwing may transaction ka. Kaya hindi na need na mag-record nito. Same as true with to record the ending inventory balance. Ayan. Dito sa periodic, nagde-debit ka ng inventory ending and then credit ka ng income summary. And then, no entry required. So, ayun. Gets nyo ba? Yun lang naman sa merchandising operations. Pag gets nyo, magsasolve na tayo ng problems kapag wala kayong tanong. May tanong ba kayo? So, I guess none. Let's proceed na to questions, mga multiple choice questions. Sa ano ba, sa exam nyo, multiple choice or nagbibigay ng problem tapos entry nyo ganun? Rinig ba?
Pareho ating meron po.
Pareho. Ayan. So, ano tayo ngayon? Practice natin yung mag-solve. Mag-solve ng problem. So, ayun, wait. I-stop share ko lang and then i-admit ko muna si sir. Good afternoon po, sir.
Good afternoon.
So, moving on, ayan, i-share. Let me share my screen once again. Wait. Nakikita niyo po ba yung screen ko? Nakikita niyo po ba? Naka-split screen po.
Yes po.
Ayan. Ayan. So, I guess wala kayong tanong. Magsusolve na tayo ngayon ng problems. Ayan. So, on March 1, nandyan ba yung libro nyo? Andun din to sa book nyo. Kung hindi nyo pa nasasagutan, magsagot tayo together. Ayan. So, on March 1, Vicente purchased merchandise with an invoice price of 270 and
Excuse me for a while, Maribeth.
yes,
Can
sir.
I interrupt?
Yes,
I'll
sir.
interrupt you for a while. There are how many first year ba ang meron dito right now?
Right now po,
3, 5, 5,
3 lang po.
3. But ang dapat is 5, tama ba?
Yes po. Pero yung isa po is drop na po ata kasi tinanong ko po si Sir Charam kasi hindi pa rin po nagsisin yung isa po naming duty. Ayun. Tapos yung isa po wala.
Okay.
Yes.
May sasabihin lang ako, especially to the first year. If you think na medyo mabilis na yung discussion ng mga ates nyo, please feel free to interrupt them and ask questions at any time. I hope that's okay with you fourth year. Please ask questions anytime. First year, okay? Is that clear? Kay, alam ko mahirap sa accounting is kung mamaya pa itatanong nyo, baka mawala na hindi na yung makonect-connect. So I would suggest you ask question right away if you have any questions. And the fourth year would be very much willing to answer your questions. Okay? The purpose of this tutorial is parang yung concept na classmates kayong nag-brainstorming. So, kailangan yung mag-open up sa fourth year nyo kung anong hindi naintindihan at kung meron silang discussion na hindi nyo maintindihan kasi nabibilisan kayo. Yan ang purpose dito para to slow down the discussions, para feel free kayong magtanong. Okay, is that clear to the first years? Can I hear the first years first?
Yes po.
Yes
Okay.
po, sir.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, you continue, Maribeth, and I'll be checking the other groups pa. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good luck.
Thank you po. Ayan, so let's continue. For the first question, we have, and on March 1, Vicente purchased merchandise with an invoice price of 270,000 and meron tayo ditong credit terms. And then on March 3, Troy paid 10,000 transportation costs on the purchased goods. And then on March 10, Vicente paid for the merchandise. What was Vicente's total cost of the purchased merchandise? So tip ko lang kapag nagsasagot kayo ng or nagsasagot tayo ng multiple choice question, unahin parati natin basahin kung ano yung nire-require ng question. Kaya dito, sabi niya, what was Vicente's total cost of purchased merchandise? Kasi from that, kapag nabasa mo na yung question, parang mai-internalize mo na kung ano yung hinahanap dun sa problem. So, habang binabasa mo siya, parang nasasagutan mo na rin agad. Ayan, so, sagutan na natin. So, ayan. Ang buyer natin dito is si Vicente. And then, yung seller is si Troy. Meron tayong, sabi niya, invoice price of 270. So, sabi ko nga kanina, di ba, kapag may 3 discount, is ililess natin siya. And then, yung i-recognize natin as purchases or yung purchase goods is yung sa invoice price na, hindi yung sa list price. Kasi sa list price, hindi pa nabawas doon yung free discount. Sa problem na to, wala naman siyang trade discount na binanggit. So, proceed na tayo sa invoice price. So, may invoice price tayo, then may credit terms na 2% within 10 days, not 30. And then, may transportation cost tayo na 10,000. So, ang hinahanap is yung cost of purchase merchandise. Ito, cost of purchase merchandise. So, meron tayo ditong purchases na 270 less yung ating purchase discount na ito, 270 times 2%. Tama ba yun? 270 times 0.02 is 5,400. Meron tayong net purchases na 264,600. And then, i-add natin yung ating transportation in. Ayan. So, bakit natin siya i-add? Kasi, kasama siya sa computation ng net cost of purchases na makukuha natin yung amount na 274,600. Ayan. So, yung answer natin dito is letter C. Ayan. So, gets ba yun?
Paano po pag hindi indicated, kunwari yung sa terms ng transportation, kung i-add or minus?
I-assume mo na i-add. Kasi,
Add?
oo,
Opo.
kung wala siya namang sinabi.
Ganun po lagi pag walang sinabi. I-add po yung transportation in.
Mm-mm.
Okay
Ayan.
po.
Ayan. So, number 2. Nasagutan niyo na ba to sa book or hindi pa?
Di pa po.
Hindi pa. Ayan. Sagutan natin. Next question. So, Winston started business or let's say, basahin muna natin kung ano yung nire-require ng problem. What was the December 31 balance in the inventory account? So, yung hinahanap natin dito is ending inventory. Sabi niya, Winston started business on January 1. During the year, the company purchased merchandise with an invoice price of 5 million. So, Winston paid 200 freight on the merchandise. During the year, Winston returned 800,000 on the merchandise to its suppliers. All purchases were paid for in a timely manner and a 100,000 cash discount was taken. So, 4,180,000 of the merchandise was sold for 6,270,000. Yan. So, what was the December 31's balance of the inventory account? So, dito, meron kang purchases. Ang hinahanap dito is yung ending inventory. So, kailangan mo yung formula ng cost of goods sold. Pero hindi lahat. So, compute ka muna ng net cost of purchases. Meron kang 5 million na purchases, less yung discount, and then less yung ni-return mo. Meron kang net purchases na 4,100,000, and then i-add mo yung freight in, yung binayad ni Winston na 200, and then meron kang net cost of purchases na 4,300,000. And then, yung cost of goods sold, sabi niya, 4,180,000 of the merchandise was sold for 6,270,000. So, yung 6,270,000, ito yung sales mo. And then, yung 4,180,000, ito yung cost of sales or the cost of goods sold. Ayan. So, meron kang 4,180,000. And then, ililess mo yung net cost of purchases para makuha mo yung ending inventory na 120. So, pag tinanong ko kayo, kunwari, magkano yung gross profit ni Winston? Ayan, magkano yung gross profit ni Winston? Ayan, sales less cost of sales lang. Pwedeng tanungin yun sa problem na to. You can chat your answers sa chat box or unmute. Diyan pa ba kayo? Rinig naman, di ba? Rinig ba?
Ano po yung 6 million plus 270,000 po dito sa problem, ate? Wait lang.
Yun yung sales,
Tinitignan ko po.
yung pinagbentahan, di ba sabi niya, 4,180,000 of the merchandise was sold for 6,220,000. So, yung magiging entry mo dyan is debit ka ng, wala man siya sinabi kung cash or AR. So, debit ka ng cash or AR, then credit ka ng sales for, magkano yun? 6,270,000. Ayan. Tapos sabi niya, 4,180,000 daw yung cost nun. So, mag-debit ka ng cost of goods sold or cost of sales, credit ka ng inventory or merchandise inventory na 4,180,000. So, yan yung accounting niya. Siya sinabi kong on account, di ba? Basta sinabi niya, binenta niya lang. So, gets ba? Yun yung binenta niya na merchandise worth 6,270,000. Pero yung cost nung inventory na yun is 4,180,000 lang. So, kumita siya ng magkano yung gross profit niya ngayon. Meron kang sales less COGS. Meron kang gross profit na meron kang 6 So, meron kang 2,090,000 na gross profit. Di ba? Ang laki ng kinita niya. Kasi binenta niya ng 6 million pero yung inventory niya 4 million lang. Yan. So, gets na.
Opo, thank you.
Punta tayo sa problem number 3. Sabi niya dito, what should the journal entry to record the return? Ayan. So, kapag nag-return ka, di ba? Ibabalik mo yung inventory na binili mo. Kasi ito is purchase transaction. Ayan. So, Gabriela uses the perpetual inventory system. So, kapag perpetual inventory system, hindi ka gagamit ng mga purchase returns. Ang gagamitin mo is inventory. Yung inventory account ang gagamitin mo. Sabi niya, Gabriela purchased merchandise with an invoice price of 80,000. So, yung entry mo to record the purchase of merchandise is magde-debit ka ng merchandise inventory or inventory account. Then, credit ka ng accounts payable for 80,000. And then, if Gabriela returned merchandise with an invoice price of 20,000 to the supplier, what should the journal entry to record the return include? Yan, so meron kang, ibabalik mo daw. So, debit ka ng accounts payable, babalik ta rin mo lang yung entry mo, then credit ka ng merchandise inventory for 20,000. So, yung sagot dyan is mag-credit ka ng inventory for 20. Kasi hindi ka naman magde-debit dyan ng 20 kapag nag-return ka. Binawasan mo yung inventory mo, tapos magde-debit ka pa. Hindi nadagdagan ulit. And then, hindi naman 19.6 yun kasi walang invoice price na yun. Hindi naman sinabing list price. Hindi naman siya list price, invoice price. And wala rin siyang, hindi ka pa nagbayad, di ba? So, hindi pa yun yung cash discount. Ayan. So, Next problem. Ayan. If Carl, ito naman, how much discount is Carl entitled to take if it is paid within the allowed discount period of 10 days? So ayan, cash discount taken sa ating purchase transaction. Sabi niya, nag-purchase daw siya ng 50,000 merchandise with terms 3% within 10 days na 30. So, ang entry mo dyan is, nag-purchase ka ng merchandise, debit to purchases, credit to accounts payable na 50,000. Ayan. Kung walang sinabi sa problem kung ano yung gagamitin mo, either perpetual or periodic, mag-periodic ka na lang. Kung yun yung mas madali para sa'yo. Kasi for me, mas gusto ko ng periodic. Kasi mas madaling for me lang kahit madali yung perpetual na na-update yung inventory. Mas gusto ko pa rin nagsasolve ako ng cost of sales, gano'n. Ayan. So, debit ka ng purchases, credit ka na, accounts payable for 50. And then, sabi niya, if cash discount is taken, so debit ka ng, babayaran mo na, debit accounts payable na 50,000. And then, credit ka ng purchase discount, 3% nung binili mo. And then, credit ka ng cash. Yung balance. So, ang sagot dyan is 1,500. Ayan. So, next problem. Hindi na lang ang oras natin. Madami na mo. Ayan. So, Cormark purchase merchandise with a list price. Ito naman, list price of 60,000 from Murray. Si Murray nag-offer sa kanyang customer and may credit terms na 2% within 10 days na 30. What amount should Cormark pay if the cash discount is taken? Ayan. So, parang ganun din. Bumili ka, but this time, it is a list price, pero wala rin siyang binigay na trade discount. So, assume na invoice price na rin yan. So, debit ka ng purchases na 60, credit accounts payable, and same as sa problem 4, ganun din yung gagawin mo. I-multiply mo yung purchases o yung binili mo sa ating discount. And then, yung balance is yung cash. And then dito, tatanong niya magkano daw yung binayad ni buyer. So, 60,000 less 1,2 is 58,800. Ayan. Then, last problem for this part 1. What was Louis' cost of goods sold for the period? Ayan, so mag-complete na tayo ng cost of goods sold. And Louis began for the period with 200 in inventory. So may beginning inventory ka na, 200,000. And then nag-purchase siyang additional inventory worth 200,000 and ni-return niya yung 20,000. But sa physical count of the inventory at year-end, meron na lang siyang 160,000 on hand sa inventory niya. Magkano daw yung cost of goods sold. And so, for the computation, we have this. Yan, may beginning inventory ka na 200,000. Then, compute natin yung net purchases. Yung purchases mo na 200,000 less yung purchase returns and allowances. Magkano yun? 20,000 for 180 ang ating net purchases. And then, less ending inventory year-end na 160. Meron kang 220 na cost of goods sold. So, nag-gets pa yun? Sale and purchase transactions. Before tayo mag-move sa ating next MC questions. Dapat mabilis kayong mag-solve kasi sayang yung time kapag nag-e-exam, di ba? Kahit wag yun ng, basahin nyo muna yung question or yung tanong kung ano yung hinahanap or yung requirement. Kasi kapag nabasa nyo na, parang tatakbo na sa isip nyo kung ano ba yung hinahanap or paano siya i-compute habang binabasa nyo yung problem. So, kapag natapos nyo yung basahin, may sagot na kayo agad. Ayan. Ganun yung tip kapag MC question. And then, kapag nakikita nyo na yung mga choices, pwede rin gamitin ng process of elimination na yan. What was cost of goods sold? Di naman pwedeng 0. Di X mo na yan, si 0. Si 500, masyado namang malaki yung amount niyan. So, X mo na agad. Yun, process of elimination, and then unahin mo pala yung basahin yung kung ano yung hinahanap mong problem. Yun, so next, part 2, we have Karen and JB. Yan, you may take the virtual floor and discuss the part 2 of multiple choice questions. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Multiple choice part 2. Use the following information to answer question 1 to 5 below. Credit sales 750,000. Debit sales return and allowances 15,000. Debit sales discount 10,000. Debit purchases 170,000. Credit purchases returns and allowances 20,000. Debit transportation is 30,000. Debit selling expenses 75,000. Debit general and administrative expenses 275,000. In addition, beginning merchandise inventory was 55,000 and ending merchandise inventory was 35,000. Number 1. Net sales for the period were A 755,000, B 725,000, C 735,000, D 775,000. To compute net sales, gross sales less sales returns and allowances and sales discount. So gross sales is 750,000 less sales returns and allowances and 15,000 and sales discount and 10,000 is equal to net sales na 725,000. So sagot number 1 is B, 725,000. Number 2, net purchases for the period were A, 150,000, B, 180,000, C, 210,000, D, 430,000. To compute net purchases, purchases less purchase returns and allowances. So purchases is 170,000 less purchase returns and allowances of 20,000 equals to net purchases na 150,000. Ang sagot sa number 2 is A, 150,000. Number 3, cost of goods sold for the period was A, 235,000, B, 160,000, C, 200,000, D, 170,000. So first, diba ang computation sa cost of sales or cost of goods sold is merchandise inventory beginning purchases less purchase returns and allowances is equal to net purchases add transportation is equal to net cost purchases. To compute goods available for sale, beginning merchandise inventory at net cost purchase is equal to goods available for sale. Left ending inventory is equal to cost of goods sold. So, merchandise inventory beginning natin is 55,000. Purchases na 170,000 less purchase return and allowances na 20,000 is equal to net purchases na 150,000. Add transportation in na 30,000 is equal to net cost purchases. Merchandising inventory beginning at net cost purchases is equal to goods available for sale na 235,000 less ending inventory na 35,000 equals to cost of goods sold na 200,000. So sagot is 200,000. Therefore, profit for the period was A, 525,000, B, 450,000, C, 250,000, and D, 175,000. Period profit Net sales less cost of goods sold is equal to gross profit minus selling expense and general and administrative expense. Net sales is 725,000 less cost of goods sold na 200,000 equals to gross profit na 525,000. Gross profit less selling expense na 75,000 and general and administrative expense na 275,000. Total profit of 175,000. Then sagot sa number 4 is D, 175,000. Number 5, beginning and ending merchandise inventory were ignored in estimating profit. The profit to BA exceeded by 20,000, D understated by 55,000, D understated by 35,000, D understated by 20,000. Lupubit cost of goods sold, purchase less purchase returns and allowances net is equals to net purchases and transportation needs. Purchases is 170,000 less purchase returns and allowances and 20,000 equals to net purchases of 150,000. And transportation fees na 30,000 equals to cost of goods sold 180,000. Next, let's compute profit. The formula in computing profit is net sales less cost of goods equals to gross profit less selling expense and general and advertising expense. Net sales is 725,000 less cost of sales 180,000 equals to gross profit na 545,000. Less selling expense is 75,000, general and advertising expense at 175,000 equals 195 to profit. Less profit in beginning and ending inventory na 175,000 is equals to 20,000. So sagot is overstated by 20,000. A. Yun lang, next is Ate Karen.
Okay, so good afternoon po. Number 6. Which of the following is not considered in computing net cost of purchases? So ang sagot po natin dito is C. Transportation paid on goods shipped to customer. Kasi sa net sales ito kasama. Then next is number 7. The entry to record a sale of 7,500 with terms of
Wait lang
2
po.
over... Ay, sige po.
Yung sa anong page natin? Expense yun, di ba? Kapag transportation paid on goods shipped to customers, understood na si seller yung nagbayad. So, transportation out is ano siya, selling expenses. So, kasama siya sa selling expenses dito. Ayun. Yun lang.
Okay, so sa selling expense. Number 7 is the entry to record a sale of 7,500 with terms of 2 over 10 and over 30 would include to record a sale, debit accounts receivable 7,500, credit sales 7,500. So ang sagot natin is B, credit to sales for 7,500. Hindi muna natin papakialaman yung terms of 2 over 10 and over 30 kasi wala pang collection na na naganap. Then number 8, the collection of a 4,000 account within the 2% discount period would result in to record the collection debit cash 3,920, credit sales discount 80 pesos, credit accounts receivable 4,000. So ang sagot natin is D, debit to sales discount for 80 pesos. Number 9, the collection of 5,000 account beyond the 2% discount period would result in debit cash 5,000, and then credit accounts receivable 5,000. So ang sagot natin dito is A, credit to accounts receivable for 5,000 pesos. 5,000 ang mako-collect ni seller kasi hindi nakapagbayad within the discount si buyer. Then number 10, assuming that the net purchases was 900,000 during the year and the ending merchandise inventory was 20,000 less than the beginning merchandise inventory of 250,000. How much was cost of goods sold? So ang sagot natin dito is 920,000. To compute the 920,000, merchandise inventory beginning 250,000, add net purchases 900,000 is equals to goods available for sale 1,150,000 less merchandise inventory end na 230,000 is equals to 920,000. Yung 220,000 nakuha natin sa 250,000 na beginning merchandise inventory tapos less 20,000 na ending merchandise inventory. Next is number 11. Goods totaling 50,000 were purchased February 2 with terms of 2/10 and over 30. Return of 10,000 pesos were made on February 10. What discount, if any, can be availed of the invoice was paid on February 12? So ang sagot natin dito is C, 800. To record the purchase goods on February 2, debit purchase 50,000, credit accounts payable 50,000. Kapag purchase return and allowances naman, debit accounts payable 10,000, credit purchase return and allowances 10,000. To record the payment of goods, debit accounts payable 40,000. 40,000 kasi niles natin yung 10,000 na purchase return and allowances kasi naibalik na natin yun nung February 10. Kaya di na siya kasama. And then credit purchase discount 800 pesos, which is 40,000 times 2%. And then credit cash 39,200. Number 12, the entry to record a payment on a 15,000 on account within the 2% discount period would include a debit accounts payable 15,000, credit purchase discount 300,000, cash 14, credit cash 14,700. So ang sagot natin is credit to purchases discount for 300,000. Next, number 13, 5,000 purchases on account was made. The entry to record the payment on account after the expiration of the 2% discount period would include a debit accounts payable 5,000, credit cash 5,000. So ang sagot natin dito, C, debit to accounts payable for 5,000. So number 14, under a periodic inventory system, the entry to record a purchase of 60,000 with the terms of 2/10 and over 30 would include debit purchases 60,000, credit accounts payable 60,000. So ang sagot is A, credit to accounts payable for 60,000. Hindi din muna natin papakialaman yung terms of 2/10 and over 30 kasi wala pang payment na na naganap. Then number 15, the amount of cost of goods sold by cost of goods available for sale during the year depends on the amount of, ang sagot is beginning merchandise inventory and net purchases. So yung merchandise inventory beginning, add purchases, And then less purchase return and allowances, purchase discount is equals to net purchases. And then i-add natin yung transportation in is equals to net cost purchases. And then yung net cost purchases, i-add natin sa merchandise inventory beginning is equals to cost of goods available for sale. So yun po. Thank you po.
Ayun, tapos na. Gets nyo ba? Gets ba? O masyadong mabilis? Gets ba? Or masyadong mabilis yung pagkakasagot sa mga MC?
Gets naman po ate.
So, tip ko lang kapag MC nga yung mga question, basahin nyo muna kung ano yung tinatanong and then start ka nang magbasa ng problem. Tapos, process of elimination lang and then tandaan mo kung periodic or perpetual inventory system yung ginamit and then kapag periodic, dun ka na recognize ng mga purchases accounts. Then, kapag perpetual, is nire-replace mo siya sa inventory account. Then, ano ba ba? Yung formula ng cost of goods sold, ayan. Tayo dito kanina. Ayan. Merchandise inventory beginning at ganang purchases, less yung returns, allowances, and yung mga discount at purchases, at yung transportation in or freight in, depende sa binigay ng problem, and then yun yung net cost of purchases mo, and then add mo si beginning inventory, makukuha mo yung goods available for sale or yung cost ng available for sale, then less mo yung ending inventory, makukuha mo na si cost of goods sold. Ayan. Pwede rin tanongin ano yung goods available for sale, gano'n, mga squeeze mo lang yung mga yan. I believe meron yun sa book, yung mga problem 19 ata and 20. Yung mga ganong classic problem. So, any questions, clarifications, violent reactions? Thanks po. Thank you. So, you have any questions po before we end? Good luck sa exam. Ano ba? Ano oras yung exam nyo? 8 ilang hours? 2 hours, 8 to 10. Good luck. God bless. Kaya niyo yan. Back to basics. Gusto niyo ba mag-review din tayo? Journalizing. Posting. Adjusting. Balikan natin yung adjusting. Magsagot tayo ng problem sa nyo. Gano'n yung mga day. Baka ibigay yung mga MC. Gano'n. Baka sayang. Di ba, natatandaan nyo ba yun? Kunwari, nagsasagot kayo ng MC, tapos pagdating ng exam, parang familiar tong question na to, gano'n, nasagutan ko na ata to, gano'n. Gano'n nangyayari sa akin, kasi masipag ako magsagot ng MC, yun palagi inuuna kong sagutan kaysa yung mga problems. Kaya kunwari, pagdating ng exam, tapos yung MC yung nabigay sa exam, parang familiar, parang nasagutan ko na, tapos mapapamiliarize ka na din doon sa mga, ang tawag dito, sa mga choices, gano'n. Parang page 200, gano'n, number 8. Mapapamiliarize ka nun. Pero don't memorize, understand every concept. Don't memorize, familiarize. Kaya pagdating ng exam, ay parang familiar to. Yun lang. Hindi, kaya niyo yan. Mag-aral kayo mabuti. Good luck sa exam and ayun. May other concerns pa ba? Anong gusto niyo ang topic natin sa next session sa Thursday? Ayun, nag-left na si Daphne. Hindi pa ko na screenshot. Babalik pa ba siya? can open na lang your cam for the screenshot para may documentation. I will end the recording now.